Hey everyone, Gretchen Wegner here. I was working with a client in the last couple weeks who was so overwhelmed by studying for midterms. She's a college student, and in one particular class, she was given a PowerPoint from the professor that had, I don't know, like 60 or 70 slides in it that was all information she was responsible for knowing for the midterm. So the good news is the professor actually made it kind of easy to study by consolidating all the information into a PowerPoint. The bad news is for this particular client who does have some learning challenges, that deluge of information, it just felt so overwhelming to her. So this is what I suggested she do as a method to manage that overwhelm. We created a T-chart, first of all. I wanted her to take notes by hand since the information was digital in the original. I wanted her to turn it into something on paper. In this case, it's a whiteboard so I can show you, but imagine this being on paper. And I asked her to draw a line down the middle of the page, and on each side we turned every slide that she needed to study because it represented information she didn't know very well. We turned it into a question. So in this case, what are factors affecting income? And then on the other side of the T-chart, we summarized the information on that slide in a mathematical formula. And the reason we did a formula, you'll see there's some pluses here, and then this line represents divide. The reason we did that is this particular client, because she gets so overwhelmed with information, has trouble summarizing. And by thinking, ooh, what's the mathematical formula here? She was able to have something to focus on, like a specific task to focus on while she's summarizing. So in this case, what it says here is wages, so a person's wages, plus their productivity, that's what product meant, plus their social position, divided by any specific recession data for the time that we're talking about. All of that affects income in a particular region, I think it was. You don't have to actually understand this example right now, though, just to see that we use pluses, although it might have made more sense to a different piece of information, we might say this minus that. Sometimes you're multiplying rather than dividing, but you'd be surprised how much information in a book that's in paragraph form can be turned into some sort of mathematical formula. And for those of you who are more mathematically inclined, this could be a really, really good way to take notes, but also to see the information that you read. So if you have any questions about this process, please feel free to email me at gretchen@gretchenwegner.com. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video.